Hello, children. Are you depressed? Doesn't matter. I'm gonna teach you guys a common Japanese phrase. Life is meaningless and we're all gonna die. Let's get right into it. Jeśli, I mean, 人生は無意味。みんな死ぬんだ。人生は無意味。みんな死ぬんだ。人生は無意味。みんな死ぬんだ。Life is without meaning. Everyone is going to die. So the first part of the sentence, 人生は無意味, can also be written as 人生に意味がない, or even 生まれることに意味がない. They're all fine in terms of nihilistic grammar choices. みんな死ぬ, though, just straight up means we're all dead. Adding the nda at the end gives the sentence a perspective, like someone is explaining to others that there is no point in life. If you want to tell your audience that, say, death is inevitable, you can insert kanarazu between these two characters to make minna kanarazu shinu. Anyways, that's basically it for this segment. Speaking of conjugations, I'm going to teach you guys something that you've all been waiting since like January. Before that though, I need to teach you guys something called okurigana, the part of the word that you leave out of the kanji. Example 1, example 2, example 3. So in most kanjis, this part of the kunyomi can be replaced with all sorts of conjugations to make, all sorts of shit. Another thing you should know is how to connect a verb to a conjugation. Most time what you would do is to get the first letter of the okurigana, turn it into a I variant of that consonant, and then use the consonant. I say most time because there are exceptions, but trust me, it's not that hard. If the base word ends in ru, you just replace that part, and then you're good. So now that we got that out of the way, let's sparkle up our sentences. I'm just gonna name some conjugations and use it in the sentence. Masho in a verb would mean let's do it. Mokemasho in English would mean let's profit. Itsanmasen like in noborimasen means won't climb, but itsanmasen like in noboremasen means can't climb. Tai at the end of verbs like in shinitai would mean want to die. Takunai though it means the exact opposite. Shinitakunai, what a sad sentence. Yasui in a verb means easy, so a sentence like nomiyasui would mean easy to drink. Nikui is the opposite of that though, so tabenikui means hard to eat. Sugi, like in yarisugi, means doing too often or doing too much. The opposite is kind of complicated though. Depending on the word, you either say context, sukunai, or zenzen verb, tenai. Nasai, like in teo arai nasai, would mean please wash your hands. I hope you guys appreciate me blending a verb and conjugation lesson in the same video, twice as fast as other channels. Nagara, like in tabenagara, would mean while eating. Alright, halfway point, I'm gonna give you guys 3 sentences. Try to translate them. Alright, question 1. Wasuretai nara nomimashou. Alright, here's a hint. 3, 2, 1, the answer. Question 2, medium hard. 歯を磨きながら勉強しなさい. Here's the hint. 3, 2, 1, the answer. Question 3, no hint. 全然食べてないのに太りすぎた. 3, 2, 1, the answer. I hope you guys got at least one of them. Otherwise, I would be a failure at teaching. Now, who am I kidding? I am a failure. Moving on. Kata, like in asobikata, means how to play or the way to play. This kanji doesn't strictly mean how to though. You'll just have to take an educated guess on what's a tutorial and what's not. So by itself would regularly mean yes or of course. But when using a verb like in nomiso, it would mean likely to drink. Mashita means to just finish a verb. Like in the sentence, tsukaimashita in English would be just used. Ta at the end of verbs would mean has done. For example, the word kitta in English would mean have cut. So the sentence kami o kitta in English would be cut the paper. Also, sometimes you would use da instead of ta like in oyoida. You'll just have to know when to, alright? Jatta or chatta like in funjatta or kaichatta means to do with a bit of remorse or regret. What does that mean? Well, it's the Japanese equivalent of went and stepped or went and wrote. Say you stepped on a cat and you feel remorse, right? You feel a little bit of emotion. You can say neko funda if you're a heartless freak, but it would be more accurate to say neko funjatta. Say you past tense cut paper and then you realized you weren't supposed to. Kami o kichatta. Say you drank something you weren't supposed to. Ah, nonjatta. Alright, this one is going to be even weirder than the last one, so just bear with me, okay? When you want to ask someone to do a verb or you want to expand into other stuff, you use te. But depending on the word, it could be very different. Let's just get right into it, okay? Depending on the word, it's either te, nde, ide, ite, te, shte. I'm a native speaker and I didn't even realize we do this. I trust that post-production me has written tips on how to conjugate te. Anyways, that's basically it. Those are the most essential conjugation for beginners. Like, comment, subscribe, like please. If this video gets 1,000 likes by next week, I'll make a sequel when I feel like it. I'll also be more reliable in my uploads, trust me. That's basically it. Thanks for watching, and reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's go chasing rainbows in the sky. It's my invitation. Let's all take a trip on my ecstasy. I'm Mr. Bad Guy. Yes, I'm everybody's Mr. Bad Guy. Can't you see I'm Mr. Mercury? Oh, spread your wings and fly away with me.